Hello and welcome again. This is Latif Isa with you. Another topic that we're going to discuss today. Actually, trying to fit in this short video, two short questions that might come to you while you're sitting the exam for the Nebosh IGC General Certificate. The question reads that they would like you to outline factors that to be considered while developing HSC training program for an organization. So there are some factors you have to take into account before developing the training for the organization. So the first one, it would be the objective of the training. What do you need to achieve, or what are you hoping to achieve as the organization? You have to think of it. Is it to motivate the staff or to improve their certain skills, or to improve morale, or is it a first aid training? So first you have to think what you are trying to achieve, the objective of this training. The second point will be you have to decide on the trainer or training team. Is he or they going to be from in-house, from your training department, or somebody who has the skill within the company, or it is going to be external? This has a lot of effect, although there is cost implication, but it is always preferred to bring somebody from outside, because they are not known to the people or to the workers, so they will be curious to learn from them. And if anybody has any negative stand against this trainer, it will not be the case if it is somebody from outside. So you have to consider, is the trainer going to be from in-house or outside? Like we said, preferably it's to be from outside. The venue in which the training will be held, is it going to be held in the organization training center or the meeting room or outside? Depends on the length of the training. I mean, the duration, the day, and the duration of days. A day, for example, 8 hours training, half day, and the number of days. The venue is very important in terms of basic human needs. For example, comfortable chairs, good lightings, and the temperature, hot or cold, it is to be controlled to suit most of people. Basic facilities there, like tea, coffee, lunch, if there is a full day lunch break, and the restrooms, clean restrooms, smoking areas for those who are smoking. All these to be considered, but of course you're not going to put these all in your answer. You just have to write the venue in which the training is going to be held. And then you have to put another line or two, because you need to list, meaning that you look after the welfare, the basic needs of people. The number of people involved in the training, meaning, are you going to have larger groups or smaller groups? There is pros and cons for either. Sometimes when you have larger groups, it's better to interact. You divide them into two as a debate to understand and absorb the topic. And sometimes the smaller groups, for the interaction direct with the facilitator, is quicker. So you have to decide the type of a training, because just to expand, if the training require a mandatory practical, for example, if you're doing a CPR, doing a first aid training, and you need to do CPR, and it is mandatory to pass, you have to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and the CPR. So you cannot have 30 or 40 people in one class. You will not finish one topic of the first aid syllabus. The next point will be the means of developing the training. Are you going to use projector? Are you going to slide, or going to use TV, or whatever you are going to use? Make sure that it is suitable. So, for example, if you are going to have a big class or a big venue, you have to make sure that the sound reach everybody there, or not to have very loud sound for people sitting in the front lines, and the ones at the back cannot hear it. So you have to distribute the sound. Even the projectors or TVs, portable TVs, if it is going to be very big. And if it is a small place, a meeting room, there is enough room for the trainer to move, so he will not obstruct the view of the attendees. Then the company culture and management support are required in these ones. So it is important that the top management support this kind of a training by attending at least one of these courses, or each course has, for example, if you're dividing them into 5 or 6 or 7 courses, each course one of the top management or the directors is to attend to show that they are committed to what is being delivered and they are participating on this venue and in this initiative actually. The second question is outline reasons why the seriousness of hazards may be underestimated by someone exposed to it. So we all know what is hazard, and sometimes you are in a place where there is danger, but some people are not aware of it, and they would like you to outline the reasons why the seriousness of this hazard is underestimated by people who are exposed to it. I'll give you 10 points quickly, so to make the video short. If I had to, I will stop in 1 or 2 points. The first one is not being exposed to the same situation in the past. So this person, it's their first time to be exposed to such hazards, so they don't have the background. This is always would be for people working in a new job or new type of work, or new joiners, youngsters basically. Worked in the same job in the past, but they didn't suffer any ill effects. So this person has been doing the same job always, for example, mixing paints without wearing a mask. And there is danger for ill health in the long run. And because they didn't see any evidence of being ill, they thought it is normal and they carried on doing the same thing. That's another point. The third point will be personal attitude. This person just doesn't care. This person, the company provide them with PPE, they don't use it. They provide them with steps to carry to protect themselves or the organization or the assets, and they don't care. So that's the third point. The fourth point could be tired, which result in lack of concentration. When a person is overworked or working at long night shifts continuously without days off, and they tend to be too tired and they cannot concentrate. So that is also another cause. Then the next point would be they didn't attend awareness training or refreshers. So, in big companies, whenever you join a job, you have to attend induction training. And if there are changes, you have to attend refresher training. Or sometimes, although you've attended induction training, the job that is required, you maybe need to work at height, which requires another training. So you did not attend that specific training, which is required for the job. So you underestimate the hazard and the risk you are putting yourself into by doing this job. Then there is over-reliance on PPE, over-reliance in personal protective equipment. You think once you've put that particular personal protective equipment, it will protect you from all hazards, so you don't take account of other factors that could put you in your life or others in danger. The warning alarms are inoperative. For example, you are working in an area where there is common release of H2S gas, and knowing that you have the protective emergency equipment with you, but the area is equipped with the alarms to go off once the level of H2S exceed the acceptable amount. So if this system is inoperative, the alarm is inoperative, you could inhale more amount and go into the stages of unconscious leading to death because the alarms are not working. The other thing, controls in the controls are not functioning. So there is a control room with lots of gauges, and these gauges, when the digits go to a certain level, they need to put the switch on the alarm to evacuate people. These gadgets maybe are not working, so if the controls are on the main panel are not working, or particular panel. This also could be one of the reasons they underestimate the hazard. The person who is working could be under the influence of drugs or medicine or alcohol, so their level of concentration is a lot less, and they are not aware of what is happening around them. And other factors would be the accumulative impact of failures, one leading to another, which result in a complex consequences. So you are working on a system that there are lots of malfunction on it, and one lead to another until it all become too complicated and it could lead to disaster. That's all for this video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.